In an attempt to appease the masses, the Labour government have announced a new plan to crack down on illegal immigration. It's fairly safe to say that immigration was, or should have at least have been, at the forefront of the most recent general election here in the UK, being the number one priority for a number of voters, which actually saw the Reform Party gather quite a substantial percentage of the votes, if not the seats in Parliament. So what is this new scheme? Well, the Labour government are going to assign 1,000, yes, 1,000 staff who were originally attached to the failed or cancelled, indeed, Rwanda scheme, and they're going to reassign those to hunt down, shall we say, to try and identify illegal immigrants through raiding car washes and nail bars and other businesses typically associated with cheap imported and often illegal labour. No mention, of course, of the hundreds and hundreds of Turkish barbers which appear to be cropping up in every town and city, most of which don't appear to have a single customer from day to day. I do wonder where all that cash that's obviously going through the books is indeed coming from. So Labour have promised this move obviously as a sort of a publicity stunt, as a way of getting people on board with their new government. However, I think they're missing a trick, or I think in fact they're deliberately missing a trick. Rather than try and identify illegal immigrants or those that have outstayed their visas or simply people that for whatever reason shouldn't be in this country, that is the easy bit. I could walk down the town, through the town centre in the town that I live in. I could throw a stone and hit half a dozen people that probably legally shouldn't be in this country. I could walk into dozens of convenience stores, of, like I say, Turkish barbers, nail bars, American candy shops, all of these types of businesses, and identify people that have overstayed their visas, who aren't here legally, or for whatever reason shouldn't be in this country. That is the simple part. The difficult part, which they haven't really spoken out upon yet, is stopping them from coming here in the first place. Now that requires more stringent border control. That requires an actual effort to do something rather than just allocate hundreds and hundreds or thousands of people onto some namby-pamby scheme, kicking a load of overpaid civil servants on the books, possibly most of whom will insist on working from home or adaptive working or whatever they choose to call it today. And also nipping in the bud the reason that people come here in the first place. If we stop making this country so attractive to come to, then maybe less people would come here unless they are in actual dire need. And if people are in actual dire need, fleeing persecution, fleeing war, fleeing torture, then I think most British people would welcome them with open arms. All right? Despite what the mainstream media will tell you, we are a very accepting nation of people. We are a very accepting nationality. We have very little real racism or xenophobia in this country. But it comes up and it flares up and it feels more substantial than it is because it is targeted mainly towards those people who come here, don't want to work, claim asylum even though they're all sort of fighting age men, no women and children to be seen, funnily enough, all right? And then they just disappear. They disappear into the system. And when they do eventually get caught up with, maybe by one of these authorities, they claim asylum, or they ask to claim asylum, they go back into the legal system, and the whole carousel goes round and round and round. And I, as a stepfather of a 17-year-old daughter, am sick of it. I see these people in the high streets every day, and they're just languishing about, loitering, doing nothing, harassing women, harassing men as well. Crime rates are going up. And this isn't because of their nationality or their race. This is because these are the type of people that are coming here purely for the handouts, purely for the easy life that we are offering them. We need to stop that offer, and we need to stop those who still try and come illegally before they even land here. Yes, you can go around all the nail salons and hand car washes you like and pick out people that are not here legally. I could do that. Anyone could do that. Any fool could do that. I could hit a dozen in the high street, right? But you need to address it. If you want to address it, and I very much doubt you do, you just want to pay lip service to the people who voted for this. All right. If you actually wanted to address it, you have to stop it at the root cause, not at the cure stage. Prevention is always better than cure.